Super Smash Brothers!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? And this is going to be some, well, exciting news for some, and horrible news for other, and decent news for other people. Big news! And this is that Street Fighter V, the only console that it will ever appear on, and note that I said console, is the PlayStation 4. Now, I know a lot of you PlayStation 4 fans is screaming and shouting, yeah, take that Killer Instinct, take that Xbox One. Now we got our exclusive fighter. Well, yeah, you kind of have an exclusive fighter. You actually have another person you're gonna have to deal with, is the PC gamers. Yes, that's right, Street Fighter V will be coming to PS4 and PC only, ever. Now this is very important, okay? This is very important because it means for some good things and some bad things. Bad things, that, well, you know, nobody on the Xbox One, or somebody that can't get a decent graphics card on their computer, or somebody that doesn't have a PS4, is not going to be able to play it. Nobody with a Wii U, Xbox One, or a decent graphics card for their PC, or doesn't have a Wii, or doesn't have a PlayStation 4, is not going to be able to play this game. Which, you know, honestly, it's not that bad of a night. It's not that bad, guys. I mean, let's be honest, I've been hearing a lot of complaints about Ultra Street Fighter 4, how it kind of messed it up, like how this update really like unbalanced the game. I mean, what if they screw up this time? But who knows? Okay, who really knows what's gonna happen this time? But, you know, honestly, this isn't that bad on the other side of the spectrum because of the exclusivity that Street Fighter V will have. It will kind of force other people to play different fighting games like Skullgirls, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, you know, different fighting games, Killer Instinct, and it'll be interesting to, you know, see how the fighting game community grows because of them having to play a different fighting game this time. Having to play something else. It's really interesting because other games will grow, and, you know, honestly, it means that we're not going to have a Street Fighter, you know, monopolized fighting game community like we've had for a long time with Street Fighter 4, because that's been multi-plat, and let's be honest, everybody was, you know, playing Street Fighter 4. Even if they didn't like it, they would be playing Street Fighter 4 because that was the popular thing to do. With now Street Fighter 5, you know, coming out only to PlayStation 4, and it being a niche game already, you know, fighting games being a niche market, it's not gonna reach the market appeal that it would be if it was released, you know, multi-platform, you know, Xbox 3, Xbox One, Wii U, PS4, and PC. It wouldn't reach as many, you know, player base that it is. But the, you know, the cross gameplay between PC and PlayStation 4, yes, you are going to be able to play against each other, you PlayStation 4 fans and you PC fans against each other, which should help out the community pool. So you won't be going online and going like, oh shucks, this guy only has the PS4 version, I only have the PC version, but he looks really cool and I wish I could play him. Well, you still can now. So, you know, it won't be able to gain as much of a player base as it usually could have. But now it will be able to have a more unified player base. And, you know, it's not that bad for you Xbox One users, including myself. You know, we're getting a lot of really good games on Xbox One that are fighting games. We're getting Killer Instinct and that other game, I cannot remember. Yes, it is, it's not Ori and the Blind... that would be dumb if it's that other game that's being brought back with the supernatural powers. Can't remember what it is. They showed it off at Gamescom. The one that they're bringing back that's a Rareware title. I cannot remember it. But we have, you know, 2 Xbox One exclusive fighting games coming to Xbox One, and one already there, you know. One already there, which is Killer Instinct, so another one coming in. And Killer Instinct is not going to be stopping its updates, so it'll always be an updated game. Now, another thing that, you know, I would have to think about is Street Fighter V will be the only console that'll ever, you know, PS4 will ever be on. But what about Super Street Fighter V? What about Ultra Street Fighter V? What about all those other, disc updates that Capcom loves doing instead of just giving you, a DLC for it? What about all those new disc updates? But, that's that. And it wasn't PlayStation coming to Capcom. It wasn't that, Capcom came to PlayStation. That, console exclusivity is going to be good for the consumers. That means that, both, Street Fighter 4 is going to have to step up. I mean, Street Fighter 5 is going to have to step up their game to compete with other fighting games, since it's not going to dominate, every single market, just to try and drag people over to the PC and the PlayStation 4. And all the Xbox One games are going to have to step up their game to drag people over there. And, Smash Brothers for the Wii U, which everybody's probably already getting by this Christmas, so they're not really even going to need to drag people there. People are running to that thing. But, it's not that bad, okay? I know for people that have Xbox Ones and they can't really afford a PS4 or a, decent graphics card for the computer, it stinks. It does, okay? I feel your pain. I wanted to give this one a college try, and maybe I will on a PC, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad, okay? That's all I'm just going to say right now, is that it's not that bad. It's good for the consumers. And you know what? We're going to have a much wider audience for fighting games, because people are going to play different games because of the exclusivity that Street Fighter V has. Now people are going to go like, Street Fighter, man, I've heard about that. What console is that on? Oh, that's a console I don't own. So now I'm going to try out a different fighting game. Usually it was the whole entire different way, where people would go like, man, Street Fighter's the only fighting game I heard of, and I guess it's on literally almost every single platform ever, so I guess I'll just play it now. That's what it used to be, but now, because of its exclusivity, we are going to have a much broader fighting game community, and that's good for everybody. So, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.